Senior Citizen Talk Show. Faith Barbara Namagembe Ruhinda is my name, and I'm your host today. Over the world, we have Africa, UN, USA, Kenya, so many countries watching us here today. And in the house or in the room, we have a guest.
The Senior Citizens Talk is brought to you by Africa at Heart, Heal the Planet Global Organization, HICGI News Agency. Subscribe right now to get our latest updates and every single Sunday. Don't forget also the Talk to the World show that is running every Thursday at 4 p.m. Subscribe here on YouTube and make a notification bell right here. HICGI News Agency. Visit us on hicginewsagency.com and find us on all social media platforms on X, call it Twitter, on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. HICGI News Agency. Subscribe now.
To defend the rights of journalists, to fight for you and him and everybody, because we believe in unity. When you are journalists but drinking from different cups, it's very easy to poison you, because they will simply poison every cup. But if you have one cup and you just regard it, if I am drinking, another one is watching. When I go to sleep, another one is waking up. So we regard our cup, all of us, because that's where we are drinking from. So that's the unity. That's the unity. That's the purpose. Everywhere in the world, there are media associations. Even when you go to US, when you go to UK, Europe, Asia, where there are media journalists, and in fact, those ones are very, very strong. They are so strong that even they can even put government on the hook. They even make proposals in the parliament, and they are effective. So here in Uganda, you realize that is a spirit that is yet ready to be appreciated by every journalist. But it's a good thing. It's always good to be together. You see, I have just been giving an example in my communication. When you go to the bush, you find a very large group of cobs. These cobs. A lion, which is the most powerful, when it sees a group of those cobs, it will take time to attack any of them. In fact, when it wants to attack, it will keep quiet and ensure that it attacks the last cob. If they're in a group, large group moving, the lion will make sure it attacks the last, not the first, but the last. Why? It realizes that when others are moving and this one is behind, by the time the other ones come back to defend, it has already finished it. That's the logic. You watch those lines on those films, those geo films. You see the wisdom of those animals, the lions. They will not attack a group of buffaloes. They will wait for one that is isolated, one buffalo, and then they will come sometimes many of them. Yet it's a lion. A lion is the king of the jungle. But why is it also realizing that if a group of cobs attacking them is not as simple as attacking when one is in isolation? Even buffaloes, the ones that are in a group, the lion will take them to attack. It will even have to call for reinforcement. It will call other lions to come. Then they will strategize on one. So journalists, the media industry in Uganda, especially the times that we're going in now, tough times need strategic thinking. They need collective efforts. This is not for me, it's for us. If you want to work in a more secure environment, you must learn to work together. I hope I've explained.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
Mr. President, what is the mandate? What is the mandate of this president?
The Indoja?
Yes.
It's what exactly I've been explaining already. I have said, number one is our primary objective, me as the leader, is to galvanize you, energy, synergize, mobilize you to come into one strong body so that we can defend our rights. To defend our rights, to defend our space, to speak for ourselves. to speak for those who do not have voice. Remember, the role of media and journalists is actually to give a voice for the voiceless. You cannot give voice to the voiceless when you yourself, your voice is being encroached upon. You yourself, you cannot speak for yourself. How do you speak for others? So you must first secure your own voice, and then use it to speak for those who cannot speak. So the voice of the media or the press freedom in Uganda is being suppressed. So it's about that time that you galvanized energies, synergized, and then came together. And then after doing that, now go out and defend others. You cannot defend others when yourself you are weak. You are at a weaker position. You cannot defend any other person. So our mandate, if you am to answer you, is exactly to do that. Mobilize ourselves, interest ourselves in working together, understand each other. Well, we can argue, it's okay. It's a healthy argument when we argue, but we must argue and finally come up with a solution. It's healthy. It's okay. You can have disagreements in an association, in any society, even in families. You find the mother, father, children having a disagreement. This is one family. But sometimes you find sisters quarreling, brothers quarreling. Does that mean that the family should break down? No. After arguments, now the father sits down and says, what can we do? Now, once the father says, let's do A, everybody moves to the A.
Because that's what the father has said.
Because that's the father has said, and he has said it after listening to all of you. All of you have been calling, you came to your father. He listens to you, he listens to you. Then he says, what do you think? You give your opinion. Ask this, what do you think? He gives her opinion. Then he says, okay, let's combine your opinion, both of you, and we do a middle ground. Let's do this. Now, once that is decided, the best thing to do is to go and do that. While you find challenges, come back and explain. But the movement should continue.
Thank you so much, President. On that very note, do you think the journalism and the security people can relate or work together?
Essentially, you see, a journalist is not supposed to be an enemy or a friend of the state. And the security is the enforcement officer. You get?
Yes.
I am not supposed to be your enemy, but I'm also not supposed to be your friend.
But
I am supposed to be independent-minded. If I become your friend, you're going to oppress somebody else, and because I am your friend, I'm not going to cover that story. Because I'm your friend, I'm going to delete that footage where you are beating somebody.
True.
But again, I cannot be an enemy that I can reach an extent of creating my own imagination in order to make you look bad before the society that you're serving. So it's like a judge. When you bring a case before the judge in a court, even if you sleep on the same village with that judge, once he reaches in his chair and he takes seat, he doesn't know you, he doesn't know the other complainant. He just knows the law, and he's going to interpret the law. So he is impartial. That is media. Nobody should push you by telling you that you should ally with them. There is no law that tells a media, a journalist, to ally with the ruling government, because most definitely it is that government in power that is going to obstruct or take away the rights of those that you're supposed to defend. You. Because remember, I told you, you must speak for the voiceless. When people are oppressed, it is the media to raise up their voices. When the people oppress the government, which I have not seen, at least in my lifetime, it is the media again to raise that. But in most cases, I've seen where media covers where the public is probably doing wrong, and then they show what the government is doing. So they balance the narrative. However, with times now in the government, especially today, in today's politics, they believe that people like Ofono Pondo, Andrew Mwenda, those are the professional journalists. When you do contrary, you're different. So in their times, they think these are the professional journalists. But remember, during the Obote and Amin's time, there were journalists who were supporting those regimes. Those governments at that time, they were also thinking that these journalists were more correct. They were doing professional work. But meanwhile, when this government was in opposition in the bush, they would not take these journalists as professional journalists. Because they wouldn't.
I was wondering why would these security men have to whip these journalists? Because sometimes, most of the times, they're doing their job as journalists. But then you find these the security men
The,
just
the
within
security
this
men
day
need the security men need to be
over no issue.
the security men needs to be taken to Chankwanzi for refresher training, not the journalists. In this context, they are the ones whipping you, doing illegal things, and then they end up by recommending that you go for refresher training in Chankwanzi. So who should be going where?
Glovi Logistics Limited, your number one customs clearing and forwarding cargo consolidation warehouse company. We do air shipment, worldwide sea shipment, transportation, tax consultation. Glovi Logistics Limited is a competent company specializing in logistics clearing and forwarding services. We have the necessary skills and resources and partnerships to tackle sizable projects to our clients' satisfaction. We are located at Mganziraza Plaza near the entrance of Katwe, Kampala, Uganda. Call us on +256 779 634 328 or +256 701 784 648 or visit our website glovylogistics.com or write to johnglovy@gmail.com. Glovi Logistics Limited, your number one clearing and forwarding company.
You the one plucking out my eye? Or
Me who is covering, doing my work.
yes. So this is a show of might. You know, he who is powerful than you, he can even send you to bring your own stick so that he can beat you properly. He says, go and bring me that stick. You bring, he says, lie down. This is what they are doing. But are you correct? Are you using the power correctly? The answer is no. You see, we have both guns and shipments and so on, all manner of armory, and given it to the security officers. We have given them to defend us, the weak people, not against us. We have empowered security to defend us. Now, when you use that might against us, you are doing the wrong thing. The reason why we buy you guns and bullets is to ensure that you protect us against external aggressors or even internal aggressors. If there's somebody internally causing aggression, police is the first respondent. But you must even how you use that power is even defined, that use proportionate force. You get it? They even have guided that you cannot have a bomb here, and because somebody has slapped another, you bring a bomb and you bomb this building. They have told you to use appropriate power. So you cannot say because they had 100 guns, they had all of them to employ them on one individual, and you say you are good, you are correct. No, you are not correct. You must use power proportionately. That is in their guidelines. Now, I want you to tell me, an officer who shoots a journalist with a camera, and you shoot, are you using that power proportionately?
Not.
But even in the first place, are you correct?
No.
Because if you believe that I am wrong, they have even guided you on how you should handle me. They have told you, if you are wrong, arrest that person, take him to police. And when at police, he must not stay there for more than 48 hours. Use those hours to prepare his file. Send that file to the DPP. The DPP will sanction the file, whether you have a case to answer or not. Once the DPP says yes, then you process that person to court. From court, they send you to Luzira on remand, and then you start your process. But here are security officers who are in the field. They come, they find you with a camera, a journalist, they shoot you in the eye, they pluck out your eye. Tomorrow, they say, actually, we are organizing to take you to Changwanzi for refresher courses. When I'm asking you, why are you doing this here, but why are you covering me? Why are you targeting me? Now, if you are two actors in a field, there is that politician, there is an electoral commission body, then there is a security officer. All of you are doing your job. I am a journalist. Who says that I must cover the other two entities but not security? Yet I see what you are doing is actually detrimental to the processes of the electoral processes. What you are doing significantly affects the electoral process. However, you say, do not capture me. So where have you got that law? Where? People are fighting in the war, Kony and the government of Uganda. But Kony sees a journalist well identified in the bush. Kony cannot shoot him. Kony cannot shoot a journalist in the bush. However, that journalist may not even be friendly to Kony. But Kony knows the role of a journalist. Yeah. If Kony can understand the role of a journalist in a war, what about the security officer here? You have seen all these wars, Afghanistan, Mogadishu, now Congo here. Journalists are in the Congo war, in the bush covering the war. Red Cross is in the Congo war. Afghanistan, they are there. Journalists are protected by both fighting forces, rebel and government. Nobody touches them. They have their role. You play your role, you are fighting, it's okay. I have no power to stop you, but I will cover the bodies that have been killed. Red Cross will take away the victims. You have shot somebody, your opponent. Imagine Red Cross is coming to pick your opponent to go and treat him very well, gets healed, and releases him. He chooses where to go back. If he wants to come back and join in the bush, it is not the role of Red Cross to stop them. If he chooses to give up, it is okay. For him, as Red Cross, his role was to treat this opponent you have shot. Imagine that we're in a war. Government forces have attacked rebels, but the victims, Red Cross is picking them, taking them to hospital, and when they get better, they go back. What about the journalist?
Mr. President, you really talked much on that. But what advice would you have for students who want to offer journalism? Because I bet they are seeing these things, and of course they have the fear to go for the course. So what advice would you have for students out there who want to do journalism?
Actually, in my entire life, I've been grooming, even here you can see I have so many journalists that accompany me here, young people. I always tell them that journalism is a good field. The first opportunity you get is that you get access to everybody.
Welcome to Princess Branding Services. Do you have a party, introduction, or you have lost a loved one and you intend to do burial branding? At Princess Branding Services, they do branding for baby shower, political rallies, and all kinds of celebrations and functions. Contact us for great and friendly, affordable prices. We will brand your t-shirts, capes, bottles, umbrellas, photos, bags, frames, and much more. Contact us on the number on your screen. +256 783 20 95 79 or +256 744 580326. Email princessbranding256@gmail.com.
And everywhere, you cannot close doors for a journalist. You can close doors for any other profession, but not a journalist and a lawyer. So it's a good field. I want to encourage, there is no way you're going to work in the world in any field where there is no, what they call occupational hazards. When you're a lawyer, there are occupational hazards. When you're a soldier, there are occupational hazards. When you're a doctor, there are occupational hazards. When you're a driver, there are occupational hazards. You get? Yes. When you're a pilot, there are occupational hazards. Even they are more dangerous up there when an accident happens, that there is no likelihood of you surviving. What about the journalists on the ground? So every job has got its own challenges. I encourage the young people who are already doing journalism, or those that intend to join, please join and come back and we serve the society. Sure. It is your voice that is going to tell the story about those who cannot tell their stories. So this little harassment from the security forces, and coordination that I'm seeing in the security forces should.
For more than 10 years, Keb International Group has been your number one partner in tours and travel consultancy. We also do real estate, legal services, ICT services, and much more. Find us on kebinternationalgroup.com or write to us at info@kebinternationalgroup.com. You may also write to us at PO Box 35827 Kampala, Uganda, or visit us on Namaswahi off Entebbe Highway. Call us on +256 200937566 or +256 3948632 or 46. Or you can send us a plus on WhatsApp on +256 752 1375 66. Keb International Group, your number one rail business partner.
Thank you. Welcome back from the commercial break. We are still here with our guests. And Mr. President, we would like to talk, could you please talk about the upcoming elections? What do you have to say about the upcoming elections?
Well, I am not a politician. You know, here in Uganda, in Africa, they don't practice politics. So we don't have politicians.
Really?
Yeah, they practice politics. So we have politicians. But they play on your head and make it look like
Politics.
it's politics. But in the real sense, it's not politics. Politics should be a service to the people. What we are witnessing in Uganda and Africa, it is the people doing service to the politicians. It is your taxpayers' money that is creating bellies for those that are supposed to serve us. That's why a member of parliament, but it is in the whole Uganda, there is only one institution that has power to decide its own salary. And you know that? That's parliament. Parliament sits down in parliament and decides how much they want to pay themselves of our taxpayers' money. It's the only institution. Even the president doesn't have that power. The president of Uganda, it's only the parliament. Now, once we give them that power, they give it to themselves. Now they sit and take any amount of money from taxpayers' coffers. So, in that sense, they are not our servants. So they are not politicians, they are politicians. So whatever they are going to do in 2026, it's not politics, it's politics. Politics, yeah.
Not politics.
They are just playing tricks.
They are playing.
But those tricks are
They are
poly tricks. Your head becomes their playing field. So they come and play on your head. But when they are there, they make you assume that they are there to your advantage. That's why they're on top of your head. You only realize after 40 years that they have been on your head, they have done nothing for you. They have just done everything for themselves. 40 years on your head. Imagine you spend 40 years on your head and you never understand that they are not here for my own, but they are here for their own. Yes. And normally you realize that when they are gone. That's when you get the opportunity to speak now. So, what is coming up in 2026? Same thing, same game, same players, same narrative,
and they want
same faces.
What's from?
Yes, same faces. So I don't see so much. I am not even looking forward. I'm not. I even stopped voting. Do you know that I stopped voting? Me.
You stopped voting.
I stopped for what? You vote A, they declare B. So what? Why should I vote? My vote doesn't count. I spend my time. I spend my energy. I spend my breath. You go there. You risk your life. How many people have lost their limbs, their eyes, their arms, their legs in just a by-election? Kawempe here, a by-election, which is going to be only for 6 months. 6 what?
Months.
But people have died. People have lost eyes.
So
when you compare the price to pay for a politician, I would rather not vote. When you hear people talking about the Western world, Europe, you have seen elections in America. They can end up an election period and you don't hear that a journalist A was arrested, a camera of a journalist was confiscated, a camera of a journalist was shot. You don't hear those stories. You don't hear. Candidates come and tell what they are going to do. Good or bad, that's what they're going to do. For instance, Trump came with his own program. He started by removing US aid. Because he started that under this US aid, some of the things they are funding are anti-human beings, like the promotion of LGBTQ. That is anti-human beings. So he stopped the entire thing. It may look bad to you, but under his administration, he thinks this is not correct. Another president is going to come tomorrow and reinstate it. It is okay. That's America now. One leader comes with his own policy, good or bad, that's his policy. Another one comes and says, I am reinstating this. When Obama was in leadership, he started up Obamacare. When Trump came, he removed it. When Biden came, he reinstated it. When Trump has come back, he has removed it. That is America. Now that's politics. That's leadership. You justify why you want to do something. Here it's not there. Here it's not. So what?
They are politicking.
Politicking. Yeah, politicking. Biden was threatening to stop TikTok from America. And I think Elon Musk's whatever, Tesla. When Trump came, he opened doors for them. Biden was funding Ukraine war. Trump has come, he sees no sense. Yeah, he's stopping it. That is leadership. But what is here now? Tell me. What? So these 39 years or 40 years we have spent, how different are they going to be with the next 5 years? Tell me something. Is there something I'm missing? Nothing. Same face, same politics on your head, same narratives. However, the people who are genuinely engaging in this politics, the young people, the journalists, you're getting your lives cut short for no good reason.
Laptop Solutions, your dealers in new and used computers and accessories. This is the gadget hub you have for all your components you need for computers. In Amazon, we do camera installations, software, hardware, networking, and repair and maintenance. We are located at Nalurega Complex G18. And we're here by Bomba Road. We're just opposite KPC, Watoto Church, downtown. You can contact us on 0782 999 089, or you can call us on 075 227 536. Amazon, your laptop solutions.
That the journalist of Top TV now has one eye. But the politician, the exercise is done. He's going to parliament with his two eyes.
And the journalist has one eye.
The journalist has one. There are some journalists who don't have cameras now. There are some journalists who are in the hospital. Do you think that politician is going to pay attention to my family, my children, my wife?
Of course not.
No. So why should I participate in your politics? Why? So, actually, for me, at a personal level, I'm a Pan-African. I believe in honesty, being honest with myself. I don't believe that we need politics in Uganda. These elective politics, where we go to the ballot every 5 years. I don't think it is. You see, we spend trillions of money trying to pretend that that ballot paper is going to give us the truth. So you are spending so much in anticipation that once we get the right leader, we can recover this money and all the opportunities thereof. But the fact is, by the time you go to the ballot paper, you even anticipate the winner.
You already know who.
You already know. So why am I spending that money? What is the value for the money? Look at the tension this Uganda goes into every 5 years. Every 5 years, Uganda goes into tensions, lives lost, money lost, a lot of things lost. Do you know how much money we fund electoral commission? Do you know how much money we fund the security officers, the entire security apparatus? Do you know how much? Do you know how much money we spend in the judicial system? These who are not satisfied going to court? Do you know how much money we spend in the parliament? If we collected all that money and we said it is going to build hospitals for the next 5 years, our focus is on hospitals. The country knows how much money they spend every 5 years in an election. The country knows. So what if we say all that money should go to hospitals? The next 5 years, all that money should go to road construction. The next 5 years, all that money should go to education. We would be much more better than what we are pretending. Here we are just living lives of pretense. You pretend to be going for an election, who's the winner, and the results you already know. You are pretending. So why should we invest in your pretense? Why? Why should you take us at ransom every 5 years? We pretend to be looking for a solution, which you already know. Even when we vote A, you say it is B. So why should I? But I stopped voting. Me, myself, I stopped. I know the value of voting, but I stopped because it does not have value for now.
By the people out there, that's what they say nowadays.
I know the importance of my one vote, what it can cause. But for now, even your 1 million votes do not mean anything. So why should I waste my time?
It will automatically be B, not A.
It will be B, not A. But you have wasted it. First of all, you will even lose your life. So why should we participate in things that are so dangerous to our lives? We'd rather, you see, let me tell you, we should stop pretense. You see, UAE here, United Arab Emirates. When did you last hear that there is a presidential election? Have you ever heard about it?
No.
That they go to elections and they elect a president?
No.
There is a leader by nature, monarch.
Glovi Logistics Limited, your #1 customs clearing and forwarding cargo consolidation warehouse company. We do air shipment, worldwide sea shipment, transportation, tax consultation. Glovi Logistics Limited is a competent company specializing in logistics clearing and forwarding services. We have the necessary skills and resources and partnerships to tackle sizable projects to our clients' satisfaction. We are located at Mganzaraza Plaza near the entrance of Katwe, Kampala, Uganda. Call us on +256 779 634 328 or +256 701 784 648 or visit our website glovylogistics.com or write to johnglovy@gmail.com. Glovi Logistics Limited, your #1 clearing and forwarding company.
Welcome back from the commercial break. We're still on the Senior Citizen Talk Show with Mr. Irumba. Yes, Mr. Irumba. I want us to talk about Pan-Africa. Yes.
No, okay, what do you want me to talk about Pan-Africanism?
Who is Irumba?
Okay. Even before we go to let me finish my point that I had started on the issue of pretense. Before we go to Pan-Africanism, I was telling you, UAE, United Arab Emirates, those Asian countries, they do not have these elections, presidential elections. They don't have, but there is steady leadership. UK, United Kingdom, our former Gondi colonial masters here. When do you ever hear that they have gone to elect a president? It has been the Queen of England ruling until she died, and when she died, her son, the eldest, very old, is now the leader. Then for you, the 180, the poor people, you are given small slots there You know how Bundi MP, this constituency, this constituency, that's where it ends. That's like us, we have here constituencies, MPs. That's where it ends. You end there. And you also take some small positions in the government. But the top leadership, the president of England, that is the Queen of England. Now it is the King of England. You get it? Even in America, they only pretend that there is a democracy, but there is no democracy. There are two parliaments. If we believe we are equal, why should we have two parliaments? One for the poor, another one for the rich. When the poor vote Irumba, they submit Irumba as a name to the rich parliament, House of Lords. You get it?
Yes.
So the one House of Lords will vote is the president, not the ones, not the poor ones that they voted Irumba. Just you're just passing
to show you that
hey,
you voted.
Hey. So you have said we're all equal. Why are there two parliaments? Same applies to Canada. Same applies to UK. So the Queen of England, that is the president forever. When she dies, her son will take over. When the son dies, the grandson will take over.
Like that.
But are we more developed than them?
Not really.
Are we?
No.
So tell me, they stopped pretense. They stopped pretense.
They don't.
For us here, we're still pretending to entice them, because everything we do here, we are looking at America and Europe. How will those people look at us? But for them, they are not looking at us. They are doing a model system that works for them. They are doing a model system that works for them, not for you, Africa. Now for you, you're copying their system. What they tell you.
Them.
Yes, for you are doing what they are telling you. We are pretending. Don't we have here the strongest administrations in the whole world? Were in Africa here, kings of Africa. That's why even those people, when they came through these missionaries, their religions, you know, the first thing they had to infiltrate here were the kingdom's administrations and our family units. Because the family, the African family, was the first and the strongest unit of governance. From the family, you go to the kingdoms. We had our own leadership system. And once a king spoke, he had spoken. Once the head of the family spoke, he had spoken. They destroyed those. They destroyed those, brought human rights. That woman is equal to man. A child has his rights. A child I have given birth to, I cannot punish him. If I do, he should run to police. That's how they have destroyed Africa. You get it? But then the white man telling you that children also have rights. That same white man goes to a child of 5 years and tells him that you have a right to change your sex from man to woman or from woman to man. But he knows that that child at 4 years or 5 years cannot think independently.
Sure.
But they do it. Then tomorrow you come and say protection of child rights. But you have influenced a child to change his or her sex. Are you protecting his right? Why don't you wait for him to be 18 years so that he can make an informed decision? No, you're not doing that. You want to influence him at age 4, 5, 6. Because you know he is not yet able to make informed decision. Tomorrow you come and teach an African human rights and children's rights. You get? That's how they have infiltrated us. But we don't understand. So even this politics we are playing in Uganda and Africa is not our system. We had our own governance system which was more robust and effective. A king would be the president of that area. The king of Uganda, the Kabaka of Uganda here, you had those kings. Absolute monarchs. If he spoke, he had spoken. But he had his advisors. He had the cabinet. He would not just speak. He had a representative from your villages. My own, I come from Toro. We had a representative from Toro going to Bonyoro Kitara to represent Toro Kingdom, to represent Toro area, province. You had a representative. He had a parliament. So it's not that they didn't know how to lead. Actually, they led us much better than what we are seeing today. Today, this entire society is broken down. thieves. You will not steal during those times. Because if a king got evidence that you had stolen, you are finished. But today you steal and you go and share the loot. You go and share the loot and finished. Business is finished. You could not kill. At that time, it's only the king who could kill. You kill somebody. How would you? But today, somebody shoots you there and they go to court and they ask for bail. They use money to bribe and they are at large. They have broken all the systems for leadership, which are much more stronger. The Kabaka of Uganda would be the president of this kingdom. The Kabaka of Toro would be the president of that province. The Kabaka of Bunyoro, the Kabaka of Ankole, the Kabaka of Busoga, the Kabaka of Acholi. Then they would have now a union of leaders. This is what exactly is happening in UAE, United Arab Emirates. They have those province leaders, provincial leaders. You get it? They even pick when they are giving away ministerial positions. They consider those provinces. The head comes from, if the head comes from Abu Dhabi or Dubai here, the other powerful position will be given to the other provinces. Then you form a cabinet, but with one leader. Now, see what is happening in Africa. So that's why you're pretending to be, that you're going to choose leaders.
You're going to vote.
You're going to vote, but okay.
But, Mr. President, do you believe that a woman or women should be equal to men?
Who told you?
For more than 10 years, Kebbi International Group has been your #1 partner in tours and travel consultancy. We also do real estate, legal services, ICT services, and much more. Find us on kebinternationalgroup.com or write to us at info@kebinternationalgroup.com. You may also write to us at PO Box 35827 Kampala, Uganda, or visit us on Namaswahi off Entebbe Highway. Call us on +256 200937566 or +256 3948632 or 46. Or you can send us a plus on WhatsApp on +256 752 1375 66. Cab International Group, your #1 rail business partner.
You girl.
No, there are people who believe that out there, that women are equal to men.
And it is the stupidity the white man has taught to you people that a woman can be equal to man. How? Let me tell you, even your own Bible tells you that a woman came from the rib of their man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you read?
Yes.
Do you think God had run sort of dust to create an independent woman? God didn't have enough dust because we came from dust. They created me from dust. That's what they tell you, the Bible, which was written by a certain man also. But let's go by that. God ran sort of dust to create you independently. You can never be equal to man because you're not man. I cannot be you, woman, because I'm not a woman. What you should ask from the world is equity and justice. Over Kenya, I should treat you like a queen. You should treat me like a king. You cannot be me, I cannot be you.
True.
Women normally, those who ask for equal rights with men, that women should be equal to men, they do that on certain issues. When it comes to responsibilities, they are the ones to first remind you that you remember you're a man. When it comes to providing for a family, paying fees for the child, paying medical bill for the child, even when you go to court, even when you're not working but a woman is working, court will say every month take 1 million shillings to the mother of this child for medical care. If you take court, but I am not working and the woman is working there, but you are the man, you must provide. So at that point, even this mother will agree with the court that I am a woman.
But outside that,
when that ends, the responsibility ends. When you go back home, all of you left early morning to go and work, you have come back in the evening. You say, woman, put for me water to bathe. But can't you put that water for yourself? Don't you have 2 arms? Didn't you have 2 arms to provide for the family also? Are you not working like me? You are. Don't you have 2 eyes? Don't you have 2 hands? Why are you saying I should be the one to provide? Because it's by nature. Man is a provider by nature. That one, women take it wholesome. Wherever they are going, that's the defense. You are the man, I'm the woman. When it comes to other issues, we should be equal to man. No, stop double standards. You are a woman. You are not going to change. I am a man. There are roles that by nature are made for a man. There are roles that by nature are made for a woman. If I help you, I am helping you.
Welcome to Princess Branding Services. Do you have a party, introduction, or you have lost a loved one and you intend to do burial or branding? At Princess Branding Services, they do branding for baby shower, political rallies, and all kinds of celebrations and functions. Contact us for great and friendly, affordable prices. We will brand your t-shirts, capes, bottles, umbrellas, photos, bags, frames, and much more. Contact us on the number on your screen. +256 783 20 95 79 or +256 744 580326. Email princessbranding256@gmail.com.
I am helping you, but it's your role. If you help me and pay school fees for our child, you're helping me. After you come and appreciate you, thank you so much. In fact, if I get money, I'll even refund you. Yes, it's your child. Because I know it's my role. But when you go back home, a woman will even say, today it's you to cook. That's not the man's job. I should use that time when I should be cooking to lie down my head and start thinking strategically on how I will fend for my family. The food that is already in our house, that the woman should take care of and provide and cook it and give it to the family. The man should be using that time to think of how he will get the next meal for the family. But you want the man to think how to bring the food in the home and then spend another time preparing it when you are doing what? What are you doing? So, the white man has erased everything African and implanted everything Western. But those same things have not helped them. Do you know that the biggest number of marriage breakers are not in Africa, they're in America? People who break, families that break, marriages that women and men that divorce every day. The biggest number is not in Africa, it is in America. But America is here bring you, feed the Uganda. I'm not supposed to steal what doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Kivundi. I cannot steal. It's not mine. If you owe me or I owe you, I should pay you. That's what I know. You get it? Now, the Constitution, the Acts, all the Penal Code enforces you by force to follow them because you have failed yourself to follow them. So the Penal Code forces you. I am lucky that I was born with them. That's why I told you in our meeting that I have never been sued. I've never been to court, I've never been to police and I've been in media for 16 years now, going to 17 years. I don't have any, because for me when I write about you, I first ask you, somebody saying ABC, they have this, what do you think? No, that's not correct. Okay, why do you think it's not correct? Why is that person talking about you this way? What about this evidence? What do you have to say? Whatever you tell me, I am going to weigh. When you are lying, I know that you are lying. I will write the story in a balanced manner. And when you complain, I will listen to you. Where there is genuine complaint, I will correct it. By so doing, you have lived a peaceful life. So, you are asking Pan-African. Pan-African is simply that you must live as you. Those are simple principles. Sure. Pan-Africanism, humanism. The law is just put in place to make you behave like a human being. You must be humane. You get? Don't kill. Now, in my Pan-African, I cannot kill somebody. I cannot injure somebody. And now, because you, the world people, continue to do these things, now they put a law. So that when you do it, the law catches up with you. You get it? But now for us Pan-Africanists, Because you are born an African with a heart before the law. The law is just made by a human being. The Constitution of Uganda was made in 1995. It was started in 1994 and finished in 1995. Did Uganda start in 1994?
No.
So they were human beings. Those human beings are born with humanity. Humanity. It is that humanity that you must apply in your lifetime. Once you apply it, you will be okay with the world.
Global Logistics Limited, your number one customs clearing and forwarding cargo consolidation warehouse company. We do air shipment, worldwide sea shipment, transportation, tax consultation. Global Logistics Limited is a competent company specializing in logistics clearing and forwarding services. We have the necessary skills and resources and partnerships to tackle sizable projects to our clients' satisfaction. We are located at Mganziraza Plaza near the entrance of Katwe, Kampala, Uganda. Call us on +256 779 634 328 or +256 701 784 648 or visit our website glovylogistics.com or write to johnglovy@gmail.com. Glovy Logistics Limited, your number one clearing and forwarding company.
You must understand that what pinches you pinches Benjamin. You get it?
Yes.
Yes. So before you pinch him, first pinch yourself and feel. Somebody says if you go to a butchery and you want to ask for meat from the head, first touch your head. Does it have meat? If it doesn't have, you cannot penalize the butcher for giving you a head that has no meat. Because there is no meat.
So they're only bones.
Yeah, bones. You're asking for too much from the butcher. You get? If you see, Uganda, I think for the last 40 years, we've been living under pretense. We pretend to be following the law. We pretend to be going for elections every 5 years. Somebody pretends to be a police officer, but do you know the role of a police officer? Someone pretends to be a soldier. Do you know the role of a soldier? Someone pretends to be a doctor. Do you know the role of a doctor?
Traffic office.
Someone pretends to be a traffic officer, but you find a full truck of charcoal, highly loaded, has traveled from Gulu up to Kampala. But there are 28 road blocks. All of them are traffic officers. How is it passing by? You are pretending. Every stopover the man makes, it's a matter of touching in the pocket and you give him and you go. How can he pile up that truck up to the top? He leaves Gulu and you find him in Kampala when there are over 28 roadblocks. You have seen taxis. Go right now here. You'll see taxis without even brake lights. Brake lights. Some of them without indicator. You get some of them without a number plate. Some of them you sit in the taxi, you see the ground moving down. However, he has come from Gayaza. You are jumping into the taxi in the taxi park, new taxi park in Kampala. But how many roadblocks, police officers, traffic officers are there? How many from Gayaza to town? What is it? What he is doing is pretense.
Bribery.
Yes, they have put him there to check the wrongdoers. He is conniving with the wrongdoers. Continue doing your wrong, but give me some money. So we have been pretending in everything. A doctor is pretending to be treating you, but actually his interest is none other than money from you. That's why you go to a hospital, they tell you consultation fee first.
I know.
When you don't have it, you be there. The one with the money, they even tell you, please, send the
You don't have money.
Somebody prescribes you, the doctor, and they tell you, first go to the accountant there and pay, then come back and pick the medicine. Now, if you don't have money, it means you will not go to the accountant. And once you don't go to the accountant, you don't have the clearance to present to the doctor.
You have not paid.
You have not paid. So it means they are not going to work on you. When you die, that doctor, the oath that doctor took when he was studying medicine, or when he was studying to be a doctor, the first oath and the most important one was to save lives, not money. It's not there. That oath is not there. Money is not there. Save lives. Is he doing it? No. A police officer is called a law enforcement officer. In other words, he's supposed to protect lives and property. Now, tell me that this police officer protected the life of this top TV journalist in that Kawempe elections. That he protected his life. Because the job of a police is to protect lives and properties. But by clobbering a journalist's eye for nothing, do you think you are protecting his life? No. You're not. You are pretending. Now, every 5 years, the whole country, 49 million people, will be ready that they are going for an exercise called general elections. Pretense. These members of parliament here. From Tuesday to Thursday, you see them in the parliament pretending to be working for us. You see them speaking very good English, but very hopeless arguments. Pretense. Very hopeless arguments. Pretense. So we are living lives of pretense. The entire country, 49 million people. And we are spending hefty amount of money on pretense. That's the problem.
Wow.
Any other?
Yes.
I think I've answered you.
Finally, we want to know about what led to the closure of LFM.
Pretense. She's asking what? She's also pretending here. Pretense led to the closure of PAL-FM. UCC knows that PAL-FM was not in charge of the beatings that happened in Kawempe, was not in charge of the stealing, mass stealing of votes, vote rigging. PAL-FM was not the one commanding.
They pretended.
In fact, the ones who were conducting were not even listening to PAL-FM. But in order to pretend like they are working, they have to shut it down. But they know the problem is not PAL. They know who commanded the beating. They even know where the vote rigging could have come from. They know. There is even a group of opposition members who went to a house. They had information that this house, they are using it to critique ballot papers. When they went there, instead of police helping them to find out whether they are lying or not, they beat them up. And they ended up even beating journalists. Why have you gone there? But there is a law in this Uganda that I can suspect that this Benjamin here wants to commit a crime. I call police. When I call police, they're not supposed to penalize me for calling police. They're supposed to take Benjamin and interrogate him on whether what I said about him was true or not. And if they find that it was not true, I have no problem. If I say here, if I come here and call police and say, I suspect there is a bomb here, and the police comes and checks and they find no bomb, I have no case to answer. Because suppose it was there and they kept quiet, I would have been charged. Yes. So if they have called your security, go to that building, check whether there is ballot stuffing or ballot critiquing. Now, instead of going there to check that and confirm, you are beating the journalist for covering that scenario. You are pretending to be solving a problem. So PAL-FM, to answer you, has, by the way, today we are here. You heard the head legal UCC saying there is a non-derogable right of fair hearing. Didn't you hear it? He said it himself. Is it Article 49 of the Constitution? 49 or 47? This one is non-negotiable. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the show. It's been really a nice time talking to you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's always an opportunity for me to speak to you.
You're welcome.
And say, we were together a long time ago during your Ken Oluchamu's times. But I think I'll get another opportunity to tell him.
The Senior Citizens Talk is brought to you by Africa at Heart, Heal the Planet Global Organization, HICGI News Agency. Subscribe right now to get our latest updates sent you every single Sunday. Don't forget also the Talk to the World show that is running every Thursday at 4 p.m. Subscribe here on YouTube and make your notification bell right here. HICGI News Agency. Visit us on hicginewsagency.com and find us on all social media platforms on X, call it Twitter, on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. HICGI News Agency. Subscribe now.